All right, you guys, we are here to talk about building a recruiting system. For those of you that are here, thank you so much for being a part of Marketing Plus. I want to talk about what is inside of Marketing Plus, do a quick review over everything that you have access to. So, number one, we have ad base. So, inside of ad base, which you're going to see me use, you can launch proven ads with a couple clicks. You can launch a giveaway funnel without ever leaving Agent CRM. You don't need any more courses teaching you Facebook ads. You don't need to get inside of the ads manager and no more confusing Facebook errors on your ads not being set up properly. It's all included. Everything else that's included are the following courses and educational material inside of the branding library. You have our ad kits, our giveaway funnel ads, the entire giveaway funnel system, including workflow funnels and more, and our giveaway funnel templates. We also have the long form funnel kit with all of our templates and the Facebook ads mastery course. So if you're like, Alex, I love ad based and I love being able to launch ads with a click, but I also really want to learn what is underneath the Facebook ads manager. Well, we have our Facebook ads mastery course and it's included inside of Marketing Plus. Also, private onboarding session with our team. For those of you that are watching this live or recorded and you have not yet had that free onboarding session with our team so that we can launch your first ad inside of the ad-based program, go ahead and schedule that. And then we have our monthly Zoom call, which is what you're watching right now, plus the recordings of all of our past Zoom calls in the past. For our Marketing Plus, I have walked through setting up a giveaway funnel from start to finish and more. So we've got those recordings inside the Marketing Plus library. Also, in January, we upgraded Marketing Plus. Same price, just $97 a month, but we've added some more fun stuff. We have our famous content packs. So that's available to you inside the branding library. We have articles and more that you can copy and paste and use on your websites. We have a professionally created social media calendar with daily posts. That's right, daily posts. And you have free access to that as well. Last but not least, you have my personal email swipe file with over 500 emails that I have personally written. Those are yours to use as you like. So we'll continue to add to Marketing Plus and continue to increase the value and increase the number of things that you can do within Marketing Plus. So let's dive in to the recruiting system. So here's today's agenda. I wanted to go over a Marketing Plus recap. We get some questions about what is included in Marketing Plus. So thus the quick recap. Number two, I'm going to show you how to edit the funnel for your recruits to go to. The goal for this presentation is to walk through the process of setting up high quality interviews with prospects who understand what the job opportunity is or what the career opportunity is. Make sure that you, as the person who is growing your team, know who you're talking to and you can see if they're a right fit. And then automate the process as much as possible, right? The goal is to find and attract the ideal client, walk them through the steps so that you're able to identify who they are, what they're looking for, and how soon they can get started. Make sure that they give you as much information as you would need for that first interview, and then automate the rest of it. So then we're going to launch the ads together. I'm going to show you how to do that using ad-based. And then as a quick little bonus, I'm going to share with you how to maximize the returns of these recruiting campaigns that we launch. So let's dive in and first go over why the system is built the way that it is, because this is really important, right? I can show you the funnel, the workflows and everything, but if you're like, why did they build it out that way? Then, you may not have full buy-in on this. So let's talk about lead quality when it comes to prospecting and recruiting for their team. Number one, the hook. The hook is super important because you want to make sure that you're bringing people in who are asking about the career opportunity for the right reasons, and they know what they're getting themselves into. You don't want someone who you've blocked out 30 minutes to talk to them for an interview and they're not on the same page. So it starts with the hook. The lead sees your ad message, they're attracted to the pain point you're solving or the opportunity you're presenting. Number one, they opt in. So the first, they see your hook, then they opt in, and that's just the basic information, right? Name, email, phone, etc. Then you walk them through a survey. Now this is key. So We have been building recruiting systems for the last 5 years. We've set them up for, I just did a count with my team. We've set up over 270 recruiting systems. When it first started, it was like just entering your name and email and then schedule an interview. But after working with a couple of our high performing agents and seeing this process, be rinsed and repeated so many times, getting feedback, etc., we made a lot of changes. Some of them are subtle, some of them were big. And one of the big changes we made was adding a survey. So after getting the contact information, the prospect is going to answer some more questions so that you can identify whether or not they're a good fit. Because I would much rather you cancel the interview because you saw their survey and realized, hey, this actually is not going to be a good fit, than waste time talking to someone who is not going to be someone that you want to invite to your team. Last but not least, we want them to schedule an interview with you. This actually shows you whether or not they are committed. We want them to book a time on your calendar so that they have blocked off 30 minutes to talk to you about joining your team. You know exactly when they're expecting a call from you to talk about the next steps. It's just seamless, right? So we have a calendar inside the funnel so that when they walk through it, they give you all the information and then boom, they schedule their very own interview so that now everyone's on the same page as far as what the opportunity is. You have all the information you need and you know exactly when you're going to talk to them. Now, when you own your recruitment engine, you're in control and have a greater chance of success. Why is this better than Indeed or ZipRecruiter and things like that? Because you're able to bring in people who are attracted to your offer. Then you can watch them fill out the funnel steps as they give you their contact info, answer the survey questions, and then they're scheduling an interview. So if you're on Indeed or ZipRecruiter, you can get high quality prospects there. But more often than not, what we see when we work with our agents, both in insurance and otherwise, we see more people coming in and tire kicking or just not serious than when we're doing these ads on Facebook and using these funnels. All right, so before you launch your campaign, it's really important that you are ready to go. Assume that the second you hit the go button, you're going to start getting a prospect a day. So with that assumption, we want to make sure that we're not overwhelming ourselves, and we want to make sure that we have all of our automation and things in place. So here's just a quick little checklist of things that you want to make sure that you've got set up. You want to make sure that you have your autoresponder set up. People sign in, they opt in for an interview. Then you want to make sure that you've got all the information that they need. You want to make sure you educate them on who you are, what you'll be talking about, how long that call will be taking, etc. Now, I know some people say, Alex, I list all that out on the page. Why do I have to list it again in my email autoresponder? Because sometimes people will sign up for an interview and it'll be, let's say 2 weeks out, and they will forget what was on that funnel page. So you want to remind them in your email. You'll also have a pipeline. Now, I'm going to show you all this. If you're like, oh my gosh, this seems like a lot, don't worry. We've actually got it all built out, but it's good to test everything, right? You want to have a prospect pipeline. And so it could be, new prospect, interview scheduled, interview completed, and then the next steps after they've completed the interview. Either A, they're not a good fit, or B, they're a great fit, and we start the onboarding process. You want to make sure you have your nurturing sequence in place. This is important because some people will want to think about it after the interview. So you give them information, and then they're going to go, you know what? This is a lot for me to process. Let me figure out what I want to do for my next steps, right? So you want to have a nurturing sequence in place that gets sent out after the interview before they say yes. This nurturing sequence could be as simple as testimonials of people that are on your team. It could be you just tapping them on the shoulder, etc. You also want to make sure that you have a separate calendar within your Agent CRM account for your interview. So this way you're blocking off your calendar. When you look at your calendar, you know what they want to talk to you about. And it just keeps it cleaner that way. Last but not least, when you are getting ready to launch the campaign, you'll want to actually test the full process. You'll want to go to your funnel, fill in information, with the name and email, make sure that you get added to the pipeline, you get the emails, you get the text messages, etc. You'll want to test it before you launch it. So now we've got all this stuff built out and ready for you, but it's still super important to test it because the workflows and everything are built out, but you still got to connect the dots together. So So yeah, so we'll be going through that. I'll show you exactly how to set all of that up. But I wanted you to make sure you've got this written down. Like the last thing that I want for you to do is launch this campaign and then go, oh my God, something's broken. And you would have caught it had you tested it, but you didn't test it. And now you realize a little too late in the game that maybe an email wasn't firing or something, right? Now, first, let's go through the funnel. Now, we're gonna modify the funnel together. So I'm gonna be switching screens back and forth here between the slideshow that I wrote out that's really more for my notes, and then Agent CRM. So let's dive into Agent CRM, and we're gonna get this rocking and rolling. So I'm gonna hit escape here. I'm gonna go into Agent CRM, and let's go back here to my Agent CRM demo account, and let's dive into the funnel. Now, inside the click and play, one of the things that we've got dialed in and set up for you are entire snapshots for companies. Now, this is the hidden gold mine. So we have funnels. Now, you have a funnel that came with you. There is a recruitment funnel that came with the Marketing Plus. Very well done, very simple. It's got a video on there, and that was something that we were using for a very long time, but we just finished another recruitment funnel, and we put it inside of our FFL snapshot. So Family First Life, for those of you that don't know, is a large insurance marketing organization, and we've just finished a recruitment funnel for them. And so we got the pipelines, the funnel, the workflow, everything set up. All I gotta do is like tweak it. And that's what we're gonna do here on this call. So what you'll do is you'll click import now. Boom. That's gonna import everything that we built out for Family First Life into your account. And then go into sites. So this is where we're gonna start. We're gonna find the FFL recruitment funnel. Okay, so this is what it's gonna look like. So for those of you that are here right now and you're like, I'm not a part of FFL, don't worry. All we have to do is switch out the branding, right? So you're going to replace this with your logo, and then this with your company name, right? And then you're going to plug in your video. Now, this video could be you talking on your cell phone, or it could be a video that your company has created. I've seen both work really well. It just depends on what kind of assets your company is giving you. So if they have a video and you're not super proud of it, it would be much better for you to pull out your cell phone and record a short video of you introducing yourself, telling them what it is that they're about to apply for, and inviting them to complete the form on the side. It's better that than some cheesy video that, it does not represent you or your company well. That if there is a cell phone video of you there, even if it's not quote unquote professionally created, that will convert better than a crappy video, because a crappy video will scare somebody away before they ever talk to you. But a video of you is going to be very welcoming to them. And then they can, you can modify that later if your company actually creates a well-done video. Ernest, I see your hand. Let's save the questions until the end, boss. But I will get to you. So now then we have text. So the text is, why is this the best place for you? Now, change this out, right? This is as simple as editing a Word document. Just modify this for the benefits of working with you, okay? So all this is, look at this funnel that I just created as a template, okay? That's all this is. This is just a template that we put together after testing, close to $100,000 at ad budget. And this is the one that worked the best. So you'll want to modify this for your language and your company, but this is a template, okay? So this is not me endorsing anyone. This is the template that we built out using information for them. And this has just crushed our earlier versions. Now, after they go to the landing page, we have questions. Now, this survey question is, this one is relatively, I think it's got about 7 questions in here. And because they're asking for insurance, now you can change that first landing page to talk about anything, one of our clients took that Family First Life recruitment funnel and changed it to EXP Realty. So you can change that as anything you want to. And then they changed the survey questions. Instead of do you have your insurance license to do you have your real estate license? And they just changed the questions to reflect the opportunity to join their EXP Realty team. So these questions can be modified inside the survey builder. And then after they finish the survey, they go to a thank you. Now the thank you is super simple because this interview funnel should be super simple. Now notice the language. This is super important. We noticed a large uptick in people scheduling their own appointments when we use this word, finalize. Please finalize your application by scheduling a call with me below. And then we plug in the calendar, bam. So now this calendar is like, oh my God, there's nothing here. Because the calendar that we have template doesn't actually exist in my on my account. So it's a join our team calendar. You'll want to add yourself to it. There's no one added to that calendar in this account, but you'll want to add yourself to it. And of course, change some of the language here, but then it's ready to go. So that's it. So that's what you're going to do to modify the funnel, you guys. You're just going to change the verbiage on it, swap in your video, make sure the survey questions reflect your opportunity, and then set up your calendar. And your funnel is done. Boom. That should take you no more than an hour. And that's if we have to basically wipe out all the text and start over. So that's the funnel. Before I go on to the next piece, Ernest, you had a question for me. How can I help?
Yeah, I just missed how you got there.
Oh, yeah.
You just went to site. Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry about that. Let me start from the beginning. So go to click and play assets on the left-hand side there. That's going to pull up all the click and play assets that you have available to you in your account. Oh, geez. And then once the FFL is there, you'll go under sites. See sites on the left-hand side? Now, once you've added the FFL company snapshot, which is where I got all this, you'll see this, the FFL recruitment funnel. Click on that.
Got it.
So, but it started with me adding the FFL company snapshot inside the click and play assets. It's all, this part of it is available to anyone, but the ads that I'm about to show you are only available to Marketing Plus. So there are other recruitment funnels that we have. We just finished running a large test with this one, and it has outperformed other funnels that we've used. So as far as completion process, because that's really what it boils down to, is how many people are going to complete the opt-in process and then schedule their own interview. And based on those KPIs, this one crushed it. So now let's go to the workflows. So click on automation, and we have our workflows. Now, if you imported FFL workflows, then you'll see this, FFL recruitment workflows. Notice how we've got literally everything built out and ready to rock and roll, right? Isn't this awesome? So, okay, new lead. So I'm just gonna show you what's in here, but I'm assuming you know how to use workflows if you're on this call. So the form is submitted, and then we assign it to the right person. You could do this as a round robin. So the people that we built this out for, they have, I think, 6 different managers. And so it would go to one of the 6. Add a tag, that way you know that this new contact that's in your database is interested in a career opportunity. Send an email notification, so that would go to you. An SMS notification, again, that would go to you. And then an app notification, so you get a notice on your phone. Now, we have all 3 of these, but if you don't want all 3, then just remove those particular steps. And that way, let's say you just want it on the app, great. Then you just get the app notification, if that's what you choose. Then we have emails and texts that are written out for, I think this is like a 2-week-long period here. So the first one is an email that just says, hey, this is username. You just filled out my online form. Please go ahead and click here so you can schedule, blah, 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 with a signature. Now, we took out a lot of content here because it was all very specific to this specific opportunity. All you have to do is modify this so that it's got your So notice how it has the email signature that's in your account. It's already really personalized. You'll just want to take out Family First Life, and you'll want to plug in your own agency name there. And then feel free to add an attachment with like a photo of you. Feel free to link to like your own personal website if you want to. But this is sent immediately after the opt-in. Then a text gets sent, hi, contact name. This is Alex. I just got your form. We should hop on a call. Go ahead and schedule a call using the link below if you haven't already. Talk soon. Near your calendar link. Make sure that you replace that with your with your calendar link. And then it waits and it continues on down the line. Now, the rest of these emails and text messages that get sent are under the assumption that they filled out the form, but they did not schedule a call. The reason I tell you that is because we have the remove. So if they schedule it, then they are removed from everything. And now they're just getting the appointment scheduled workflows. Okay. So see, boom, boom, boom. They're getting removed from everything. So they're not going to get any more emails and text messages being like, hey, why'd you opt to not schedule an interview? That workflow is really important because it catches people who might have forgotten to schedule the interview. But as soon as they schedule it, we want to take them off of those reminders so that we don't bug them anymore. So now this, again, just go through this and make sure that you've got this ready to rock and roll. And it's got all your information and anything else that you think they should know about. So in here, so we have the funnel. You'll want to go in and change that. Then we have the new lead. Once they add it in, we also add them to a power dialer. So if you want to, depending on how much ad spend you have, depending on how big you're going to have a lot of folks that sign in for your opportunity or that opt in for your opportunity. So we created a power dialer for you. And then we have an appointment scheduled. We have all the reminders and everything. I mean, this thing is so built out, you guys. This is, there's really very little that you have to do here. You just have to go in and make sure that the messages that are being sent are specific to your opportunity. We even have an email nurturing sequence. Now, this one's short. It's a simple one, but we have this set up and ready to go. Feel free to add more emails to this. So this is to be sent after you have talked to them about the opportunity. You've like literally hung up the phone. They have not made a decision. And this is when you trigger this. So you guys, everything in the recruitment system is built out and ready to go. All you have to do is modify it for your specific opportunity with your information. So again, this shouldn't take you very long. I'm not going to go step by step through it just because it's editing a workflow. And if you're on this call, you know how to do it. If you're on this call and you're like, Alex, I really need some help, no problem. You have a free hour with your Marketing Plus subscription, so you can use that. So now that we've got the funnel and the workflows dialed in, let's go ahead and go to AdBase. So here we go. So we're in AdBase and we're going to click on Launch New Campaign. So go ahead and mute yourself, everyone, if you're on this call right now. Let's see. All right. There we go. So everyone is muted. There we go. So now this is what your ad base looks like. Okay. So go ahead and click on New Campaign, scroll down and click Recruitment. These are all the ads that we have been running that generate very high intent leads. So it's crazy how dialed in this entire system is, you guys. So we've got the funnel dialed in, we've got the workflows dialed in, we even have the ads. Like, this is wild. So so here's what you would do. So let's say, I think the ones at the top are the highest performing ones here. Yeah. So so let's pick this guy. It's funny. Yeah, this one just works. Oh, I know why this isn't working, because I don't have a Facebook page attached to it, because this is a demo. So if you click on choose this template, what's going to happen next is it's going to take you to actually filling in the demographics for the ad, and then you'll want to change the text. Notice the ad copy for this one, this is our highest performing one. These two here, highest performing. It lists benefits. So like benefit 1, work from home. Benefit 2, talk to local applicants only. I talk to local prospects only. Benefit 3, full training. Benefit 4, like listing the benefits here, and you can get them from your company. It just depends on what the opportunity is specifically. It's going to look different if you're an insurance agent to if you are a credit repairer growing that business to if you're growing your real estate. Like your benefits are going to look different. And then they would click and they would go to the funnel that we just created, right? But this looking for a rewarding career has, and then a career with endless possibilities, those are crushing it. So, and then for those of you that allow working from home, put that as your first benefit. Work from home, work from home, work from home. That is doing so well right now. So, all right, let's go back to the presentation that we have here. And let's go through the process and make sure I've got everything dialed in. So we have the funnel, we set up the automation with the autoresponder, internal notification, the nurturing sequence, the interview reminder, and the pipeline. Oh, let me show you the pipeline. I didn't show you that, but we have it all set up and ready to go for you. So under opportunities, FFL recruitment, again, we've literally built out the whole thing. So we have new lead, call scheduled, no answer, no answer, no answer, contact made, send material, waiting on applicant, offer sent, joined, fully onboarded, abandoned, not qualified. So now you can modify that, but that's what we built out specifically for the people that we're working with for recruiting. So that's under opportunities and then FFL recruitment leads. And the reason it's called FFL recruitment is because we put together that whole snapshot for the Family First Life company. So you can change that to be called whatever you like. So let me go back to my list here, Marketing Plus. All right, launching the ad. You ready to rock and roll? Now, couple notes. Don't just track immediate results, because this is not about selling a low-cost product. This is about a lifestyle change. This is huge. Some people will not be ready to go right away, and that's okay. The key is to make sure that you continue following up and stay top of mind. It's very important to have lead nurturing emails. We have one written already. We have more that are available in the content pack, which you have access to as a Marketing Plus user. You'll want to send testimonials and reviews. What I've seen in the past work well for follow-up phone calls is if they talk to you the first time on the interview, and then in a follow-up call, another agent from your team calls them to see if they have any questions and if they'd like to talk to someone on the ground. I've seen that work really well. But don't just track immediate results, because this is a big change. Now, you're going to get some people who are just ready. They are ready to take the next step in their career. They want to start working from home. They want to start working with you. They're excited about the opportunity and they're ready. And I wish that every single person was like that. But you're going to get some folks who just are not ready to jump in yet for a variety of reasons. So it's important that you track your results over time. I just spoke with, we just finished like rebuilding out our recruitment engine for this large organization, this large team. And, one of the people that just recently joined his team went through his funnel 6 months ago. So not everyone signs up right away. All right, let's talk about maximizing the return. And then after this, I'll do a Q&A. So maximizing the return on this recruitment campaign. Ask the prospect for referrals. This is big, because often what you're going to find are people that join your team have friends that are also looking for another career opportunity. So you can ask, say, hey, I'm so excited, either A, for you to join my team. Like, do you know anyone else that would want to do this with you? Like, let's bring a friend in. Or if they're not a good fit for whatever reason, like, hey, like, it was so nice to meet you. Like, do you have anyone in your friend group who you think would be interested in this work from home opportunity? Or, it's a bit, just to ask. Birds of a feather flock together. If you're talking to one person who's interested in a new career, most likely they talk to other people who are also interested in a new career. The second thing to help you maximize the return on your recruitment campaign is to ask for feedback on the process. If there are things that they got confused on, or they got stuck on, or they felt wasn't made clear, ask them for that. That is so important, because then you have the power to change the process. Whether it's the emails that were sent after they signed up, whether it was, they didn't know when their interview was scheduled, like whatever it is, ask for feedback. That feedback is invaluable. Third, write down questions they had in your phone calls or in your emails so that you can answer those questions in your email sequences. Those emails that you have are the best way for you to automate your process as much as possible. It is so important for you, since you're going to be talking to so many different people, so important for you to understand what questions people had so that you can try to answer as many of them as possible without having to verbalize the answer on each individual phone call. So those are my 3 tips to maximize the return. That's a wrap for the presentation, you guys. Everyone here, I'd love to go around the room and answer any questions that you had. So let's do this. So let me open up the participants. Does anybody want to go first? I just saw someone unmuted.
I would like to ask one question. Is there a replay? Is there a replay?
Yes, there is. It's all the replays for our presentations here are in the Marketing Plus course in Branding Library.
Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. And what was your name? I just see Private P. What was your name?
Monica Ioana Peden.
Awesome. Monica, so nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I have kids in the car, so it's very loud.
Oh, yeah. No problem. Totally get it. Totally get it. So thank you for joining, and the replay will be posted later on this evening. And then I think Dee, you unmuted as well. Dee, go ahead. Do you have a question for me?
Well, I think that I followed everything pretty good. I'm just trying to really see how to get tapped in so that I can get the systems plugged up and going. And so for now, no, just trying to follow along.
Okay, right on. Have you had your onboarding call yet with our team for Marketing Plus?
No, I don't think I've ever had a complete onboarding call. And I purchased done for you.
I'm going to get that set up for you.
To do.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna get that set up. I'm making notes while you're talking. Okay, got it.
I need mine set up too. Thank you.
Yeah. Excellent. I'll get that set up. I'll post the link for both of y'all so that way you can do it. And I'll tag you in the group. So excellent. Dee, so nice to see you on the call. I remember I think we had a phone call like a year ago, something like that.
It's been a minute. I've been following for probably 3 years. And I have products. I just need to put them to use. But I have a VA now that's very helpful, and she's like, "Oh, I'm familiar with systems like this. I just need to figure out how to get plugged in so I can get everything rolling."
Gotcha. Well, I'm on your side, so we'll get this rocking and rolling for you.
All righty. Thank you. All right.
Yep. All right, and then Ernest, go ahead and unmute yourself, Ernest. How can I help?
So a couple questions for you. First, the pipeline for some reason did not transfer over. Everything else did. And I checked on everything, as I was following you. Once I was able to do that, except for the pipeline did not. And could you put on the what is the link to the library? I know it was presented to me, and I was just trying to look for the page itself to just a link to it.
Branninglibrary.com. Branninglibrary.com. Yep.
Branding library. And then what about applying this to LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and
all that stuff? Absolutely. The only thing that would be different in the process is instead of running a Facebook ad using AdBase, you would just go on LinkedIn and then letting them posting the link to the funnel that you built out and having people apply there. But everything works on the back end the same way, no matter how they get to the funnel. AdBase is just one method of driving traffic to that funnel.
That's why you got it. Just to post the link again. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So great questions. So,
Yeah.
and then Greg, my man, I see you're unmuted. How can I help?
I had a question for you. So if I wanted to, once again, use a different ad copy specific to what I'm doing, I can do that. And once again, just still use the funnel, because I think the questions in the funnel still apply to what I'm doing. It's just, I would want to target more licensed agents versus new agents, I think, unlicensed. And I think because your ad just targets career change, period, correct?
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, the ads that we have in ad base were primarily for people who are going to be new to the insurance space.
Okay, so would it be better then to use the Leads Plus platform with the emails to reach out to
Yeah,
specific?
probably, yeah, in your case, because then using Leads Plus, you can actually search and say, I only want this email to go out to other insurance agents in my area, and it's going to send them that email. And then you'll only be talking to people who are already licensed insurance agents.
Okay, but I'll still be able to have an ad copy or something for them to go back through the funnel, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The funnel and everything is already there.
Okay.
So,
All right, thanks.
yeah, absolutely, Greg. Nice to chat with you on Zoom, man.
All right, thank you. Likewise.
Yeah. All right, let's see. I'm going to start calling on folks just to make sure that I answer everyone's questions. I see Alicia at the top. Alicia, do you have any questions for me?
Hi, no questions. I actually did have that question about, if we're gonna post on LinkedIn, how that worked, but you answered that. So, that's it. Everything looks great.
Awesome. Great. Thank you. All right. And then I see Franco and Simon. Franco, I'll call on you first just because you're higher up on my list here in Zoom. Do you have any questions for me?
No questions, all good.
Excellent. Great to see you, Franco. And then Simon, my man, last but definitely not least, great to see you on the live call, Simon. How can I help?
Nothing from me, Alex. I'm good. Thank you.
Awesome. Great to see you, Simon. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I love these calls because I get to meet all of you. The recording will be live inside the Branning Library under the Marketing Plus course. Have a great rest of your day, you guys, and I will see you at the next live Marketing Plus training. Thanks.